Hey guys, I hope you're all doing well. Today I'm going to do a wear test of the new Lancôme Lash Idole Lash Lifting Volumizing Mascara. I have a little sample here that I got from Ulta, and this is a 2.5 milliliter or 0.08 fluid ounce size. They do also have a travel size of this, but I'm not sure what the size difference is. But anyway, these mascara samples are generally a good way to get a feel for the product. So looking at the Lancôme website, where you can purchase either the travel size or the full size, the travel size retails for $14 and the full size retails for $26, so not bad compared to most kind of high-end department store mascaras. And the only shade they have is Glossy Black, which is what I have. And I don't think they have a waterproof version of this, at least not yet. So this is a brand new mascara, and it looks like Zendaya is the model for the campaign. So the website here has a picture of Zendaya holding a bow and arrow, and the tagline here is "Target and volumize every period, single period, lash period." So we all know mascara ads in particular can be kind of overblown. They have before and after pictures here, so we'll see kind of how realistic those are. They do have a try-on feature where you can either upload a photo or use a live camera. I don't have a lot of faith in those types of things. And it shows, oh, interesting. So they have before and after photos, and they have one with dense lashes, one with short lashes, and one with thin lashes. And it looks like the models, one I think is Caucasian, one is African American, and one might be Asian. She doesn't have monolids, but just based on her skin tone and that sort of thing, I think she might be Asian. Oh, and it does have a photo where it says it's 100% unretouched. Of course, they use someone that already has really great lashes. Okay, so this has a rubberized brush. It says 360 micro bristles, no clumps. And a curved brush is supposed to instantly lift lashes. And then it says it has a lightweight gel formula for feathery soft lashes, and it's supposed to have white tea extract, which is an antioxidant. I don't know what that does on your lashes, but it says it has conditioning care. And then there's a photo of Zendaya applying the mascara. And then there are comparisons of the full size and the mini. So I think that's it for the photos. Okay, so more information here. It says, again, a mascara that targets and volumizes every single lash for instant lash lift, length, and fanned out volume with no clumps. It says our curved mascara wand pushes up and fans out lashes for an open eye effect lasting up to 24 hours, while the 360 micro bristles grab every lash from root to tip, no matter the length, for longer eyelashes without the clumps. The gel formula won't weigh on lashes, leaving them feathery soft, no flaking or smudging. So just a quick word about my kind of mascara preferences and eyelashes, all that sort of thing. I usually use a waterproof formula because I find that traditional mascaras will weigh down my lashes. I have, I guess, medium length lashes, but they are very blonde and very straight, so I find that I do use a lash curler, which I will use today because I always use the lash curler. But I find that waterproof formulas generally do hold the curl. And my favorite is the Tarte Lights Camera Splashes. So if you just want kind of an understanding of where I'm coming from. And I will not be having this on for 24 hours. It is now about 1:30, so I think I could do probably a solid 8 hours, but I think that's probably as good a test as we're going to get. And as far as Lancôme mascaras go, I really do like the Hypnos Drama waterproof is generally what I go for. So again, that's kind of my preference as far as Lancôme mascaras go. And the how to use section, it says if you want to fortify your lashes, you can apply the Cils Booster Revitalizing Lash Serum, and then the Cils Booster Eyelash Primer. Occasionally I'll use the Revitalash Serum, but I don't think I've been consistent enough with it or been using it long enough for any difference in my lashes. So again, I don't think I have the best lashes in the world. And it does say layer as desired to achieve the lash extension look at home. And then it says easily remove with the Bifacil Double Action Eye Makeup Remover. I do have that product. I can try removing it with a normal like Bioderma micellar water to see how that does. And then generally I do use like a Biphase waterproof eye makeup remover. So we'll talk about that at the end of the night. Maybe I'll film the removal process because I know that's an aspect of mascaras that people care about as well. It does have beeswax, so I don't think it's a vegan formula, again, if that's a concern to you. And it looks like Ulta currently has about 4.75 or higher on the reviews. I wonder if those are people that received a sample of it like I did. On the Lancôme website, it has 5 stars with 1 review. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So, I have my Surratt eyelash curler. I did see this on the Costco website on sale, so if you are interested in this lash curler, you might want to look there if you are a Costco member. So I think I'm going to do one eye and then the other so that we maintain as much curl as possible. And I might put it on the lower lashes. That makes me a little nervous because usually I use something like the Clinique Bottom Lash because it's a tubing formula, which means it's less prone to smudging. And it's also a tinier brush, so it's a little bit easier. For whatever reason, I do seem to have like longer bottom lashes than I feel like I need, but whatever. Okay, and I have pretty minimal eye makeup on. I didn't put any eyeliner on because I wanted you to be able to see the mascara, so it's pretty light, so you should be able to see fairly well what is going on. So I try to be gentle when I'm doing this. I just kind of pump it. I know some people kind of like tilt it up. And I just kind of move, I do it as close to the base of the lash and then maybe again like halfway. All right. And one other thing, I do typically prefer a natural brush because I find that this type of synthetic brush can be a little pokey. And admittedly, it is easier to apply mascara with a longer wand. But, okay, so I'd say this does do a very good job of capturing the lashes. And I said I wasn't going to do my lower lashes, but I might do those after this has had a chance to set. And then I'll probably do another coat because, here, let's zoom in just a tad and see what I'm doing. So usually you want to do your lower lashes first because when you tilt your head down, any mascara that you just applied to the upper lash line can get onto your lid, especially if you have more hooded eyes like I do. So, with that being said, I guess I'll go ahead and do the other side with the bottom lashes first. Anyone else do the face when they're applying mascara? Okay, I don't hate it, but it's just, it's very strange having like the upper lash applied here and the bottom lash here. It makes me feel like that, is it Clockwork Orange, that poster? Okay, so curling the lashes on this side. If you are curious about my eye makeup, by the way, I'm wearing the Nabla Side by Side palette. I have a feeling this might be a good layering mascara. I think generally having like a synthetic brush like this with a natural brush mascara, those tend to kind of help each other out sometimes. Okay, so this is one coat. I wouldn't say this is the most curled my lashes have ever looked. But I think adding another coat definitely helps build up the volume. It does seem to be lengthening. And I think what they said about getting all your lashes, I think that definitely is true. You can see I kind of flipped the brush over to kind of help use that curve and that smaller side to get my outer lashes. And I do like wiggle a little bit. Okay, so I think that is where we're going to leave it. That is 2 coats using an eyelash curler. 1 coat basically applied to the bottom lashes because I don't like the look, I think, of a very heavy bottom lash. So it's just, I think that's as far as we get zoomed in. Okay, so I think, I got a little bit of like flex here and there on my eyelid, but nothing too bad. Not worse than normal anyway. So like I said, we're coming up on 2 o'clock now, so I will try to do an 8-hour wear test. I will be going outside, so I will be wearing a mask. I don't think that should get in the way of my eyelashes, hopefully, but I will check back with you guys in a little bit here. Okay, so it's the end of the night. It's actually about 11:30, which is a little bit longer than I thought I would probably go, but I guess that works out in terms of a wear test. So I think this mascara didn't seem to smudge or flake, really. I mean, there's a couple of like tiny little flecks maybe, but nothing like too bad. And it has been 10 hours or so, I think, which is, I think, a pretty good wear test. And like I said up front, I think it did a good job of like capturing every lash. I don't think it had the lifting effect that it claimed, especially when compared to a waterproof mascara like I typically use. So if you don't have an issue with curl and that sort of thing, I think this is definitely something worth looking into if you like kind of a more defined lash, especially if you already have pretty decent lashes. So this isn't a fail by any means. I guess if I had to rate this on a scale from 1 to 10, probably give it in the 6 to 7 range is kind of what I feel. So yeah, so definitely not the worst mascara I've tried, but it probably won't replace my go-to lights, camera, splashes. Alright, so I already wrapped up this video, but I forgot to film the removal of this product. So you may notice my color's off because I'm filming a review of the NYX Shine Loud lip color on the same day, so doing a double wear test. I have my Shiseido facial cottons here, and actually have 2 of them, like so. So on one eye, I will go in first with the micellar water from Simple, which is sometimes what I use for non-waterproof mascaras. And then on the other one, I have the Sephora waterproof eye makeup remover, which is a dual phase that I've already kind of shaken up a bit, but that usually takes care of most formulas. Okay, so. And one thing I remember watching a Lisa Eldridge video, I don't know what she was talking about, but she said how, especially if she has time and she's not like rushed or whatever, she'll take a damp cotton pad saturated with the makeup remover and just kind of like let it sit on the eyelashes for a little bit, and I kind of like apply my finger to the lashes to try to like really get the product on there and let it do the work, so I'm not like really kind of scrubbing or anything at my lashes. And that is just kind of the first swipe. And generally when I wear mascara, there's always like a little bit of residue the next morning. I can see either a little bit on my pillow, or if you get those, you know, I always think of them as eye boogers. I don't know if there's a better word for them, but you know, little accumulations of the product that gather in your eyelid. So I think just plain micellar water did a fairly good job of removing that. Like, I think my eyelashes are pretty much clean. Again, I can see like a little bit at the base there, but I would rather, you know, that just kind of come off naturally rather than like really scrub at my eyelashes. Sometimes I have like a sample of the Fresh eye makeup remover. I think it's like a lotion. I don't know if they still make it, but sometimes I'll go in with that after this to just kind of get any last remnants. So anyway, let's try the Sephora. And again, just kind of, you know, letting that sit on there for a second. I'm like going back and forth a little bit, but nothing too aggressive. Just trying to make sure that the product is really kind of getting in touch with my lashes. So that is what came off there. I almost think the micellar water did a better job. Maybe I'm just more impatient now. So yeah, I don't think this will like require any sort of heroic efforts to remove, if that is something that is a concern to you. yeah, I think that's pretty much clean. But anyway, I think that was a pretty successful wear test. I think, if I don't repeat myself here, if you do have pretty good lashes and you're not concerned with holding the curl, I think this is definitely a good product to try. I think it does what it claims in terms of getting every little lash. The rubber brush didn't poke my eyes or anything, which is usually what concerns me with a brush like this. Didn't flake or smudge to a huge extent, so I think if you do want to try it, I think it's definitely worth trying. I would go for the travel version first as a way to try it. I think the travel version will probably be even bigger than this one, which is usually what bothers me about sample or travel sizes, that the wand is just a little bit, you know, your hand is a little bit closer to your eyes when you're applying it, but it's definitely more cost effective that way, and since you have to replace mascara so often, it kind of sucks if you buy a full tube and you don't like the product. So I hope you guys found that helpful. Please do subscribe if you haven't already, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.